G'day, I'm Warwick and this is our backyard. So the wife and I about 2 years ago quit our jobs on the mainland and got a caretaking job on this island. We live on the island permanently. It's a privately owned island in Great Barrier Reef, and this is all about us just living the simple life. Just us and 3 chickens, island style. So let's go get into it. Hope you enjoy. Wow, it's another nice day out on the ocean, look. So I think I'm going to go on another little adventure. This time I'm going to go to one of the neighbouring islands. It's supposed to have this old artist colony that used to be there. So I want to go and see if I can find it. It's in the bushes somewhere. So, and I'm going to take the paddleboard, because I've got a paddleboard, anchor the boat, paddleboard in. And also there's some mangroves over there too in the sheltered area of the island. I'm going to just go and explore around the mangroves. You see all sorts of stuff like little sharks and turtles and whatever. So it's one of my favourite things to do. So the wife's on the mainland again, visiting family and that. So another little solo mission. Yeah, see what we can find. Alright, made it over to the other island. Pretty sure the old artist colony's up in there somewhere. Now, I've had a look on Google Earth. I'm pretty sure I've seen it on Google Earth, so I'm just going to go in here with the paddleboard. I'm going to anchor up. It's pretty shallow, but we've got an incoming tide, so for the next couple of hours, so we're all good. She looks like proper jungle up in there too. It's going to be interesting. Alright, let's anchor up and go in. Right, made it in. It's sort of like a bit of a freshwater stream comes out here. There's a bit of fresh water coming out, and right where the fresh water's coming out, all these stingrays are just sitting here in the shallows. There was probably about 10 of them on the way in, and little reef sharks. Right, got my walking boots. I'll dry my feet and put my boots on and we'll go for a walk. All right, ready to go. Boat safely anchored up. I've got me bush bashing boots on, and let's go have an explore, see what we can find. Proper jungle in here. Look at this tree, it's pretty cool. Look at those big roots. That's as tall as me, that root. Right, this is where we're going to go, through here. I reckon I've sort of stumbled across an old track, pretty overgrown, but I reckon we're getting close, because look what I found. A bit of pottery. Now this artist colony, apparently they did a lot of pottery, so must be getting close. Here we go, I found it. Up through the bush here, look. Oh yeah, check it out. Look at that. I had seen some old pictures of it. That looks pretty cool. It's pretty overgrown. Awesome. Some more old pottery. Let's have a look inside. Wow. That is cool. It's just a big dome building made out of sand and cement. Look, here's some bottles that have been put on the wall. That looks pretty cool. I love this sort of stuff. Wow, I'm going to have to bring the wife back here. She echoes a bit. It's an old mattress there. Don't know if people have been camping here at some stage. Whoa. Don't know what that room is. Pretty dark in there, you won't see. Awesome. Very cool. I can see some other buildings up in the back there too, so we'll go and have a look. Some more old pottery. There's bits of pottery around everywhere. Let's have a look in this room. I was turning the light on my phone. See if we can actually see what's in here. Oh, it looks like it might have been a bathroom or something. There's an old sink. Wow. Man, it'd actually be pretty cool to live in a little house like this. It's been here for quite a few years. It's still pretty good condition, really. Like, it hasn't broken down or anything. I just seen some little micro bats flying around. It's pretty cool, that little sunlight thing in the ceiling. That's wicked. This is cool. This is must have been like a bit of a work room thing, bit of a lean-to. Looks like it had some old timber benches around the outside. Might have been where they dried the pottery, who knows. There's actually an old lawnmower underneath that cover. It's pretty old, this. No one's been here for a while. And it's definitely in the middle of the jungle. Here's another building out the back here. And here, look at this wall. Look at all those bottles. Must have liked a bit of a drink or two. This wall here must have fallen down there, look. Wonder what this area was. There's an old fridge out here. Some more micro bats. The jungle was taking over. Yeah, this is a pretty cool old sink. Cast iron. Just steel or something, but man, that'd be pretty cool if it was recoated. I was just coming through the jungle here just to have a look what's around the site. And look, I just come across this. Sitting in the bush. I don't know what that's all about. Pretty wild. This must have been the main track that came into the place years ago. Pretty overgrown now, but look at these cool flowers. Must have been buildings everywhere around here. There's an old roller door there. Looks like a whole stack of old timber and stuff. Maybe that was the workshop. But I just seen this building up here. There's another building. Looks like quite a big building. Let's go have a look at that. Let's go and have a look in here. It's been quite a decent sized building in the day. Old kitchen. That's pretty cool old seat. Somebody made that. Look at all this. Even an old bike. Oh, it's pretty dark in there. Hang on. Get my torch out. Got my torch out. See if it makes a difference. Lots of old stuff. Even an old surfboard. Them old bikes, pretty old and rusted. Oh, there you go, eh? Old trolleys. Got all sorts around here. Oh, must have been an old storeroom in here. Wow. And these old lures and everything's still here. There's even old books still sitting here. And look, even the kettle's still on the stove. The roof's a bit rusty. They're pretty cool. Old stairs coming down into the bush and goes around. There's a rope there, goes around to a seat there and looks out into the bush, and a big massive tree there. We'll go have a look. You can see why they wanted to make the artist colony in this part of the bush. Man, it is pretty cool. Obviously it's an old seat or something there, but I reckon that was there so people could look at this tree. That is one huge tree, man. That is massive. Pretty cool bush. There's old buildings everywhere through this bush. I just come across this. It's like part of an old wall. Oh yeah, here we go. There's Another old wall through here. Must have been some sort of building. Some old pottery. Cool. Yep, the jungle's definitely taking over this place. This was obviously a bit of a road in or clearing or something. I can see another building through there. Might go and have a look at that one. Oh, we're just about back at the dome building. This must have been maybe where they made some pottery or something. Looks like some old pottery. Oh yeah, it's a bit of old pottery around. Man, the roof's not looking too good. Another cool feature in one of the walls. Look, I was just having a look around here. I think there's even old paints and stuff still there. Wicked. That must have been the clay they used, eh? There's some old bags of clay there. Yeah, it is too. Yeah, it's still soft. Must have been a few fruit trees and stuff around. When I was coming in, actually, I came stumbling across an old orange tree. But there's some big breadfruit trees here. There's lots of them. Would have been a bit of breadfruit happening. What's in this building? Whoa. Whole lot of rubbish. Wow. Oh, there's actually a stairway up there. Up to there somewhere. The roof's fallen down a bit though. Well, that was pretty cool. I could keep exploring all day, but I better get back to the boat, and I have to bring the wife back here for sure. Very cool. Oh well, that's it. I'm going home. Alright, made it back to the seaside. Actually, it's glassing out even better than it was when I first came out. So the tide's still coming in a little bit for another half hour. So what I'm going to do is jump back on the boat, go around to these other mangroves and go for a little paddleboard, see what we can see before we go home. I was going to go home, but man, look at that. It's looking nice. Right, let's go. Man, I was just standing up here cruising along, looking into the water. It's pretty shallow, pretty clear, and I just seen some big squid take off, and I'm like, oh, and I brought my squid line too and my squid lure, but I thought, man, I better check. I just checked on my phone on the Eye on the Reef, it's called, to see. I knew there was a green zone. The area of the green zone is just here somewhere. I'm just inside the green zone, which I'm not allowed to fish in the green zone. So those squid are lucky. They were big ones too. So I'm going to go around into the green zone, so no fishing where I'm going, but it's pretty cool. We'll jump on the paddleboard and go and have a look. Bugger. Well, I was going to go in there and go paddleboarding around the mangroves, but the breeze is just starting to get up. I think we missed the opportunity. We missed the glassed out period of the day. So I think I'm just going to go home, have some lunch, and then maybe go back out later for a bit of a fish or something. Yeah, so that was a pretty cool little adventure. I'm glad I found that old artist colony. I'd been wanting to look for that for a couple of years now, since we've been on the island. But anyway, till next time we go on another adventure. See you then. Bye.